Okay, as usual, it's time for your weekly reading. So, yeah, this one will be quite short, like one or two message from Keeper and one or two message from Table. And yeah, let's start it. Let's start it with, as usual, we start from Capricorn and we go from there. So Capricorn, next week, what's coming into their life, particularly for next week? Anything they need to know for next week? For Capricorn next week. Capricorn next week. Money flow is good. Money flow is good. Oh, okay. For some of you guys that being scammed, that's why the money flow is good. That being scammed at some point, I'm not sure when it is. You're gonna get the money return, tip reverse. So scam or someone borrow your money. If you think that money is gone, you're gonna get it next week. Money flow will be good. You got the privileged person upright. What's the next thing they need to know? Expectation. Expectation about, what is this talking about? Okay, you have some sort of expectation for next week. That's talking about friendship, family, or even like your neighbor. You expect that things will be bring back to balance between you and whoever or whatever the context of it. It can be a friendship, it can be a family, it can be as simple as your neighbor. Yeah, you expect things to be in balance, or expect like things, they will make things right with you towards you. So that's quite odd message, but yeah. Some of you will have a travel next week, unplanned travel. So I'm not sure whether it's for a business or a pleasure, but it's talking about unplanned travel, like, or what do you call that? Like just a spur in the moment that you want to do a traveling. So yeah, that's come up for you next week. You got 3 message. So okay, let's go to your table. So table, what's coming up for Capricorn next week, for the sign of Capricorn? The sign of Capricorn, what's coming into their life next week? Whoa, that's too many cards. Too many cards wants to come up for your first message. Feeling imbalanced. Your emotion is not balanced. Yeah, the moment I say imbalance, come up with this. It's imbalance. So next week you feel like imbalance. It's more like I feel it's around your emotion. Why do you feel imbalanced next week for your emotion? What's the reason of it? Something about feeling rejected or keep having a failure is talking about this. So be wary about this next week. I'm predicting that some of you guys will be feeling like emotional, kind of like imbalanced, a bit moody, around that kind of feeling. What's the advice that facing to this? The Judgment reverse as your advice. Oh, okay. So if you've been feeling like a failure or always feeling like rejected, it calls you, the Judgment talking reverse is not to have a redo, not having a second chance. And I asked the clarification, come up with this. This for me is a card of giving up. So maybe it's a sign from the universe that whatever you're doing that you always hit a wall, right? It's time for you to let it go. Okay, what's your second message next week? Time to move on. Not sure what is it. Oh, time to move on from this. Wow, that's tough. 6 of Swords and the Lovers. Time to move on. So if you've been dealing with someone that you feel like this is your person, but it's also somewhat not working, it's time for you at this moment to move on. Let it go from now. Maybe in the future, if it's for you, it will come back. Last message of why is this? You're avoiding something next week. Yeah, you're avoiding that walking away feeling. You're feeling hopeless, but you're kind of avoiding that you need to walk away. You need to get over things. So that's your message. Keep giving me the same thing for next week. So hope you get something about from it. Okay, Aquarius, sign of Aquarius. Next week, what's coming up for you guys? What's coming up for you guys, Aquarius? Why is this? Something about paperwork? Talking about something about paperwork where you need to take care about it, but either you're avoiding it or you kind of put it over for time being. I'm not sure what it's talking about, but it's related to paperwork. So if you do have paperwork that need to be done, finish it up so it won't come back again when we do the reading next week. Okay, what's your next message? Why is this? Why? Still not giving me full picture. Oh, you get money come next week, but it's telling me that you're not really careful about that income, the extra income that you're getting. In the end, you do have this, so feeling like you have extra money coming up, then from that spur of moment, you kinda either go shopping or go splurge or whatever. In the end, it's actually you spending more than what you get as that extra income. So be careful about that. Something about your work next week. You feel disconnected from your work next week. You're not interested anymore, but you still need to do that because that's what bring the money. Yeah. Next week you're gonna feel disconnected from your work. Like you're not interested anymore, but at the time being, I'm seeing that you're still gonna do that because that's what pay the bill. And from the financial aspect, you're actually overcoming your financial woes. So yeah, I don't see anything bad around your work, but if you feel like it doesn't interest you anymore, you feel like disconnected, it's not something you're supposed to do, that kind of feeling. But I'm not seeing you changing your job or leaving it at this moment. Okay, Table, what's coming up for Aquarius next week? Aquarius next week. What is coming up for you guys? What's your first message? Giving up. You're giving up something next week. Something you don't see. What's it talking about? What is this talking about? It's telling me that you're giving up is something you don't see, or whatever particular event is something of someone you don't see that you're going to give up on. I feel like safe to say it's a person. You're going to give up from someone that is an air sign, Queen of Swords. Someone that is very logical. You don't see this coming, so you're gonna like let this go. What's your next message? You got two immediately. Lack of forward movement, lack of success. In what aspect? In what aspect? In your work. I keep coming back again about your work. I asked about what? It's about this. This is a work card. It kept coming back again in the table. 8 of Wands reverse, 6 of Wands reverse. So that lack of progress, lack of success in your work. So yeah, that's come up from Keeper, right? You feel like, is this not something you meant to do or something you want to do anymore? So yeah, keep that in mind. What's the advice? Keep waiting until something come. Keep waiting. You are on the path of manifesting something good, so keep waiting. Don't be like impatient. What's your last message? This about talking with someone. You're gonna be talking with Aries next week. The card didn't want to align. What's this Aries? What's the significance of this? You're gonna be meeting up with, you see that this guy full of like, you know, like childish kind of feeling. You're gonna be talking with this new person, but the context of it is still on friendship, nothing serious yet. So I'm predicting next week you're gonna meet someone, you're gonna be talking with this person, and you kind of feel like this person is like a breath of fresh air, like new energy. They're kind of like childish, a bit immature kind of feeling, but in a good way. So yeah, we're gonna be talking with someone new. That's the only thing that come up. Nothing serious yet with this person. Page of Pentacles. Let's go Pisces. Pisces next week. What are you guys expecting next week? What's coming to your life next week, Pisces? What's coming into Pisces life next week? Why is this on here? Two message. Be careful with your possession around house because it's come up with a thief. So make sure you lock your valuables. Second, for the one that actually thinking of buying, moving out, when you work with the agent or whatnot, or if you don't work with agent, right, make sure that this person's intention is genuine. They're not there to get extra money from you. So yeah, only take it if you are looking for a new place. And for the one that actually had some valuables in your house, lock it up in, I don't know, safe deposit or something. What's the next message? Someone want to date you, take you out, but you got some concern about this person. What's the concern about? Oh, someone want to take you out or date you. It can be you want to date them, take them out, like go to dinner or whatever, but you do have a concern. The concern is around money flow. So either you're the one that doesn't make good money compared to that person, or that person actually doesn't make good money compared to you. And you kind of worry, like if I go out, go to this place, does this person think, I'm not sure, negative or positive, this kind of, I put it very general. So yeah, next week you have that. Last message. Why is it? For the one that expecting a promotion, or actually been string for a promotion next week, when you see it's not coming, or maybe they delay or whatever, you're gonna be thinking, is it time for me to move on? That thought will come into your mind. So yeah, wow, quite odd weeks for you next week. Let's go. Hopefully the tarot is more positive. Come on, tarot for Pisces next week. What's coming up for you next week, Pisces? What's coming up for Pisces next week? Yeah, something that doesn't move forward. You're gonna be thinking about ending it next week. The first message is, okay, why is this here? I don't get it. Yeah, it's talking about a new opportunity. It can be a promotion or a new job. It keeps stuck. It never come to fruition. So it's just they just talk about it, but they never give it to you. it does mean that next week is still going to happen like that. So yeah, what's the best action for Pisces to do that dealing with this? Seven of Swords is talking about still engage on this. So I feel like, yeah, you can still engage on this kind of talk and this kind of situation. But I'm seeing that a lot of you guys want to bolt out. So at this moment, that's the clarification. So well, what's the next thing coming into your life? Why is this here? Yeah, I keep talking about that situation that being one-sided or never come into fruition. It never actually come into expansion with you. Yeah, you kind of like letting it go next week. And you have a free will whether you want to stay in that situation, that scenario, or you want to actually bolt out. So yeah, it's up to you. Last message for you guys. Why the Page of Swords is here? Let's talk. Oh. You are closed off emotionally next week and you are not open for a new love next week. But I see someone want to actually engage with you, want to offer something. They come up as a Page of Swords and Knight of Cups. So they got a mixture of air and water, I feel. The identification of this person, I feel like they speak very straight to the point. They come up as a Knight of Cups, so it's not the most mature, but they are somewhat mature. So yeah, they're actually thinking of offering you something, but I'm seeing you're not open. So yeah, you're not open toward the Ace of Cups reverse, King of Cups reverse. Aries. Let's go to Aries. What's coming into Aries' life next week? What's coming into Aries' life next week? Oops. What's your first message? What is this talking about? Be careful about it's telling me about your spending. So next week you're gonna become a bit immature with your budgeting or spending. There is some like things that you buy that you are seeing that you're gonna regret it, buyer's remorse kind of feeling. So be careful about that. What's the next message? Travel delay. Travel delay. For some of you, there will be a travel delay. You're gonna postpone your travel and you're expecting someone will like text you or message you why you're postponing things like, but they actually don't. They just take it. So it's kind of like puzzles you. Next message. Okay, why is this here? One more clarification about this situation. For the one that in shitty relationship, it's gonna get better next week. It become more balanced, more equal. It's not one-sided, at least for next week. And for the one that haven't meet the right person next week, there's the energy for you to meet this person. They are very equal, very balanced with you. So whatever energy or time you give to them, they give back the same amount. But one identification is they don't want a child. So if you're the one that wants a child, so maybe this is not the fit for you. Let's go to your table. Okay, for table, what's coming up into Aries' life next week? What's coming up into Aries' life next week? You'll be talking with someone. Why is this? That's odd, man. Why is here? Oh, you'll be talking with someone, but you feel like this person, or you have been talking with someone and you feel like this person full of drama. Then you feel like next week you want to end things with them, you want to release the burden. 10 of Wands. You feel like they're the work. They're kind of like your full-time job. I'm thinking it also can be taken as from the work perspective. You kind of like want to, any work situation that's full of drama, office politics. Next week you're gonna end things. Like you probably say that I'm not gonna involve on this. And from a romantic perspective or emotional side, either you've already been talking with someone that's full of drama, or you're gonna meet someone that's gonna full of drama and you're gonna just like, okay, this is not for me. You're just gonna bolt out. Next message is, be careful about your emotion. I'm seeing you kind of being uncooperative next week, whether in personal life or in the work. So be careful about it. Obviously in work you need to be in cooperative mode, right? So yeah. What's the advice that dealing with this moody situation? Why is this here? Okay, the advice is talking about something about missed opportunity. So if you've been juggling with the idea of whether this situation is a missed opportunity or not, if you feel it's a missed opportunity, just take it as it's a missed opportunity and focus on yourself. This is your advice. Queen of Pentacles is your advice. So it's calling you out to nurture yourself. Yeah, focus on your work also. So for the one that thinking of next week, you want to become uncooperative, hold back, be more cooperative around your work situation. Okay, what's the last message for you guys? Why is this here? Okay, you also will meet someone. Oh, that's a good damn combination. You're gonna meet someone, a fire sign, Queen of Wands, very attractive, confidence, and yes, you can have a long-term relationship with this person. You come up with the Lovers. That means you feel very connected with them, and clarifying that is a Ten of Pentacles. So it can be someone that is long-term and stable. It can be someone that you can build something together. So yeah, you have an opportunity to meet someone. Only if you like go out, or if you stay home, you won't meet them. The energy is there for you to meet. For the one that looking for a good Lovers, the energy is there for you next week. Okay, Taurus now. Okay, Taurus. What's coming up into Taurus life next week? What's coming up into their life? What's coming up into Taurus life next week? What's coming up into Taurus life next week? Okay, why is this here before I see? Oh, for the one that has a shitty habit spending, you're gonna, next week that will be gone. That's actually a really good news. Because it's come up with the coffin. I asked why the coffin is here, sudden wealth reverse. So it's talking about sudden wealth reverse is mean like sudden spending. That means for me. So if you have the urge to do a sudden spending next week, no, you're gonna be like saving your money more. What else? You got some thinking. What are you thinking about? You gotta have some thinking about whether you want to leave your job or pursue new one next week. Let's see if this come up in table and I can get your advice. What's next? Lack of success. What? Like 50%. Is this a relationship talking about? For the one that has a connection where you think like this person is kind of flaky or fake, where you kind of like in the past, if you get to know them, that, or you kind of sense that they are kind of fake, but you still kind of like pursue them, but always like being rejected or being wall, like you're hitting a wall. I'm seeing next week you're gonna get over that. You're gonna move on. Yeah, you're gonna move on. About that work, clarification from Keeper is about pathway. So basically you need to make a decision. So think carefully about your work, what kind of decision you want to make, whether you want to still pursue this or you want to find a new job. But don't leave your job without finding new job, because clarification of it is privileged person reverse, which I don't like. That means your money flow will be struggles. So only move when you already got the job. Don't like in the whim quit your job, kind of. Don't do that, because the clarification is privileged person reverse. Okay, tarot for Taurus next week. What's coming into their life? What's coming into their life next week? Oof. Why is this here? I don't like that. What's this talking about? It doesn't give me a clarification. There's this situation where we obsess. So take it very generally. It can be work, it can be emotional. There's this situation that you're being obsessed, or you feel like this situation is quite toxic, and you're already thinking of not investing any energy toward it. Yeah, next week you're gonna end things. 10 of Swords, so it's basically like very painful ending. Not sure the context. The only problem that I'm not sure whether this is a person that you're gonna end things, or it's actually a work situation. But yeah, take it how it resonates with you. Yeah, there's some situation that is toxic for you, and you already don't see that situation in the positive lights. You will want to end things next week. What's the next message for you? You're in the blues about? You're in the blues and you're confused. Okay, you're in the blues about, I feel like this is talking about the person, because it's come up with the cup, 6 of cup. You're in the blues about this particular individual, where you have a lot of good memories. Can be a romantic, can be a friend, can be a family, but it's talking about the person for sure. Emotional situation. You're in the blues about this person, and you're kind of confused, but I'm seeing you're gonna back away next week. You're gonna be back away from them. Yeah. Okay, any other message? They don't want. I don't know. What you're dropping? Oh. I feel like there is a 2 outcome. For the one that actually thinking of not giving any of your past person a second chance, I feel like next week there's that opportunity will present itself. And I'm talking with Taurus is actually has 2 types of Taurus. The one that actually after that person come back and give a second chance. So it's talking about Taurus that like that person, right? So you obviously you're not thinking of giving a second chance, but now since this person come back, you kinda been intrigued whether you should give them a second chance or not. If you do give them a second chance, you can heal that situation, and there's a lot of forward movement between you two. And for the one that actually not interested because you feel like your person is too toxic, you're not giving them a second chance, and I'm seeing you're gonna take a break. You're gonna take a break, or you take a time to rest, to heal. After that, you're gonna talk with someone new, you're gonna meet someone new. So again, take it how it resonates. If you really don't like your person, move on. You're gonna still gonna meet the new person. But for the one that still feel like you can heal this situation with your past person, yes, you can. And there will be a lot of forward movement after you heal this connection. Okay, you got quite a long message. Gemini. Okay, Gemini. What's coming towards your life next week? What do you need to know next week? What do you need to know next week? Gemini. You got some sort of expectation about your date life. Okay, you got some sort of I got two messages now. For the one that had some sort of expectation around your date situation, dating life, you feel like you're not gonna meet the right one, or you feel like this situation is already unsalvaged, like I'm ready to just live a single life. I'm feeling like, wait, what? Okay, yeah, I feel like that situation going to end. They will take a turn. The coffin is here. And some of you also feel like in the past, if you go out with the person, always hit an issue, right? Or whatever is the issue, you feel like you're wasting a lot of your time. Yeah, that situation going to end. And for the one that actually, this is next message. For the one that actually somewhat connected with someone, it tells me that your expectation is too high. So you need to like be reasonable about your expectation. But I'm seeing that for the one that go to resonate with that part, right? I'm seeing that yes, you're gonna end that high expectation. You're gonna become more reasonable next week. And I think it's like shift of your mind. Okay, what's with this person? Okay, for the one that dealing with someone kind of fakey, and you already know that they're fake. They're basically like an idiot. They try to boast themselves. It tells me that next week they're gonna become more open towards you. So I'm not sure what's their intention to be more open towards you. It doesn't come up here. And also next week you're gonna overcome your finance situation a bit. Like there's an increase of money. So feel like this talking for the one that actually being paid by week, or you have some sort of overtime, or maybe you also got the news about come to my mind is a pay rise. So yeah, you got a couple of messages in just small spread. Okay, last message, you got concern about your relationship, like family. Okay, that's a good change, right? Yeah. Okay, for the one that actually dealing with a bad family situation or friendship, you got a concern about it next week, and you're gonna step up. You become the more mature in that situation, whatever that situation. So you kind of like, if you feel like you need, you're the one that need to forgive them, not the other way around, you're gonna do that next week. You try to heal your friendship and family situation next week, and you're the one that's gonna like initiate things, because you're taking a more mature step next week. Okay, Teo, what's coming up for Gemini life next week? What's coming up for them life next week? What they need to know next week? I feel like kinda your time to shift your energy. I know previously Cancer got this shift of energy or mindset. I think it's your time now, Gemini. You become more mature. Okay, what's your first message? Why? You're gonna stop talking with the player. That's the first message. For the one that dealing with player, you're gonna stop messaging them. Also next week, you become a bit petty or vain about your looks. So coming to my mind, some of you guys will be either thinking of buying a more fancy dress, or if you already has it, you're gonna like dress more fancy. You're gonna become a bit more vain, like taking care of your diets, looks. That's the second message. First message is for the one that dealing with the player, you're kind of like going to hold back the communication. Even some of you will be stop messaging them. Okay, what's this? Okay. Okay, for the one that has been dealing with situation, take it very general. Can be work, can be emotional, where you keep hitting a failure and you're kind of like seeing this situation, okay, I'm ready to go away. Next week, actually, you will change your mind. You'll be thinking like, maybe I should stick on it and see how it actually progress. So you're not going to give up on that, whatever that situation is. Okay, last message. Okay, what is this? Yeah, you're gonna avoid a player. You're gonna avoid a player next week. Oh, okay, I like this. Okay, by you avoiding or disengaging from a player, right? The universe will set things right towards you. So you got this person coming up. Knight of Cups. But I don't get it is come into my mind actually by some of you that disengaging from this player, that actually make them come towards you. So that's one set of scenario. The other one is by you totally disengaging from them. You actually has like you're going to meet someone new, but I don't feel that this Knight of Cups is next week. Yeah, so that's your message. Okay, let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, let's put 37 for Cancer. Cancer. Cancer, what's coming up for your life, Cancer, next week? What's coming up for your life, Cancer? Things become more balanced. I like that. One more. Yeah, things become more balanced. Also, for you guys that actually expecting someone will text you about their concern, or even like generally they're going to text you next week, they're not gonna do any of that. Things become more balanced in your work life next week also. I like that. Ooh, why is this here? You got some extra spending next week. Be careful about that. Because it's come with the poverty, unexpected income reverse. So be careful about that next week. Extra spending is there. Unexpected spending. Your despair about decision. What is decision? You don't have expectation. What the hell is talking about? Keep hitting a failure. You'll be stressed about needing to make a decision. Basically, there's a situation where you keep hitting a failure and you already don't have any much positive expectation toward it. I'm not sure what it's talking about, but I keep giving a same message. So next week you'll be overthinking about the decision that you need to make. It's talking about a situation that you're not already don't have any expectation because it's always failed. I'm not sure what. Sorry, that one is what kind of scenario. So one more message for you. Healing family issues next week. Yeah, healing family issues. You get the promotion, but you're gonna like very strong energy that you have some nice unexpected spending next week. Yeah, you got some unexpected spending next week. You will get the promotion. For the one that waiting for that promotion, you will get it. Also for the one that want to heal your family issues or family connection, yes, next week the energy is there for you to heal that. Okay, Tarot, what Cancer need to know next week? What's coming into their life next week? Sign of Cancer. Yes, let's see. You're going to give up or? Oh, you're in between. You either want to give up or you don't want to give up. But I'm not sure what is this talking about. You don't have any confidence in this situation, but it doesn't give me. You stress about it, so it's giving the same situation with the Keeper Cup. You stress about it. You kind of need to make a decision whether you want to give up or not to give up. You don't have a confidence in that situation. But the only problem, it doesn't give me whether it's a work or it's a person or emotional situation. Can you give me a summary? What's this about? I feel it's about your finance. You do have some sort of increase in your money next week, but I feel like, I'm not sure whether it's investment that you need to kind of like, either you stick on it to see how it goes or actually you bail out from it. This is very confusing. I'm not gonna pretend that I really know what it's talking about, but it's talking about a situation. Take it how it resonates with you. You need to make a decision whether you want to give up on that situation or you want to stick on it to see it. But at this moment, you stress about it because you cannot see the, like, it's a long term. It can be a long term. Ten of Pentacles reverse, basically. Your expectation about this situation, your confidence in that situation. Okay, what's your next message? Yeah, talking about decision again. It keep giving the same thing for you since the past month or 2 months ago. For the one that has been always dealing like, feeling like unrequited love, summertime you're gonna have a new beginning. You're gonna have, I feel like you're gonna meet someone new, that you will have a new beginning with them. So let's just keep it at this time. Summertime is just in the corner. So yeah, if you've been worried too much, don't worry too much about your love life. It keeps giving the same message over and over. Around summertime, you're gonna meet someone. Okay, your last message is? What the hell? Your message is very difficult. What is this about? Okay, it doesn't give me also, it can be emotional, can be work. Take it how it resonates with you. The moment you drop something or you drop that expectation about that particular situation or that person, that where actually you're gonna get the success. The moment you drop your expectation or the moment you close off from that situation, that's when you got the success. So take it how it resonates with you, whether it's a person or it's a work situation or even your finance investment. It being stubborn doesn't want to give me what is actual event. Oh my god, your reading is tough. Okay, Leo. What's coming into Leo life next week? What's coming into Leo life next week? Okay, Leo. A success, straight off the bat. Oh, your work. Next week you're gonna get some sort of success in your work. High honor occupation. So keep doing whatever you're doing. It's successful. You got some sort of concern about someone being immature. What's the context of this? Can you give me the context of this? Official person. So either this person is someone that is like your boss or your superior. You got some concern because they're acting like a fucking child. So that's coming up next week. So you're probably gonna feel like, should I keep following this guy? Is this guy stable or not? So that's come up. For some of you guys that has, talking for the Leo that want to get a child, whether to adoption or conceive, natural conceive. I don't know what the term, natural or to adoption. I'm seeing that it's not coming yet. It's not the time yet, but I'm seeing you're gonna stress about it next week. Let things flow naturally. Don't get too stressed about it. I asked what's the advice. Some of you need to heal your family issues. That's the advice. I feel like when you heal your family issue, that's when the universe is giving you that opportunity to either have a child to adoption or to natural meaning. Let's go to your table. What's Leo need to know coming into their life next week? What's coming into your life next week? What's coming into your life next week? What's this? You're gonna break it up with someone that is one-sided. Yeah, you're gonna break it up next week. Yeah. You're gonna withdraw your love. So basically, a situation, to be precise, a person that you already feel disconnected, you feel one-sided. Some of you also feel like they need to apologize towards you. So next week you kind of like fed up with them, and then you're just gonna like give up. Yeah, okay. Sudden. What's sudden coming? Sudden. Yeah, it's something that you already get over. Is to keep talking the same storyline. Some of you even will be suddenly just ghost them. You're not gonna have a conversation, the final conversation. You kind of like feel like there's no point. You're just gonna like ghost them. Okay, anything else that come into their life besides this storyline next week? Yeah, but it keep taking the same. It just keep continuing the same storyline. By you doing that, you're gonna get over them also very fast. And you're gonna get back your confidence and work on your financial stability. So you're gonna focus more on your finance. Some of you is working something that is big, that can provide you with the long-term stability. So still go for it. Don't know why I feel need to say this, but some of you that are actually working on the big project, you need to have this confidence. So also need to quickly work up on your confidence. Let's go on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo next week. What's coming up for you guys next week? Hope something good next week. Virgo next week. Feeling disconnected from your work. Time to move on. Clarify this. Yeah, you need to make a decision whether you want to stick on it or you want to move on. You feel like your job is a burden for you. For the one that actually, talking to the Virgo that actually make a lot of money, like kind of the wealthy person, next week, if your intention is to buy a car or to do something like big change, like physical change, like buying things, I'm seeing you're gonna postpone it next week. Just talking to the Virgo that is, I feel like quite established, wealthy. Anything else coming into their life? You're gonna stress about? Yeah, for the one that facing a failure in their work, you're gonna stress about it. Like, why I keep facing this failure? What's their advice? Can you give your advice, Keeper? Yeah, it's very apparent that your work is a big issue next week. A lot of you guys feel like you're not getting anywhere. Like the work, what you're doing is actually you don't find joy and happiness. So your advice is marriage with this occupation card, right? So basically it's talking about you need to find something that you truly enjoy. You keep hitting this failure because you keep doing something you have not meant to do, something that you don't find enjoyment, something that you're not passionate. So yeah, it's time for you to take a look what you actually find, what you're actually passionate, or what you actually find enjoyment from your work, and figure it out from there. Looks like work is a big aspect for you next week. Okay, let's go to your tarot portion. Okay, tarot, what's coming up in the Virgo life next week? Coming into their life next week. Instability, long-term instability is not there for you. You don't have a clarity. Huh? Okay, two message. For the work, this talking about your work. You kind of like don't have confidence that this work giving you the long term that you needed. So next week you kind of like the energy of like you kind of like assessing what you want to do is very strong here. It keep coming back, and also you don't have a clarity at this moment on what you want to do. Okay, next message is for the one that dealing with someone and you somewhat know that they have feelings towards you. I feel like the energy is there for them to come towards you. It may be next week, it may be a bit down the line. They're gonna offer their their love towards you, but you're kind of not certain about this person because you see them as not stable. You feel like this person cannot be your long-term one, cannot be someone that you build your family or happily ever after. Okay, next message. Your finance is increasing next week. Your finance is increasing. You also become more cooperative in your work. You're collaborating with people. Your finance is increasing, but you still has problem with money flow next week. Nine of Pentacles reverse is like money flow is a bit struggling. And some of you, even though you got increase on your finance, it's not the amount that you want at this moment. Okay, last message. Why? Holy shit, what is this talking about? Huh? Okay, I feel like this is talking about a person that you're unable to walk away. Next week, the energy is very strong that you're gonna close off from them, you're gonna back away from them. Identification of this person, you may think that they are a manipulative kind of feeling. They try to manipulate you in the past. They also got some confidence issue. So you kind of like see this person in not that positive, or you kind of being like hopeless in that situation or with that person. Okay, I'm seeing that you're gonna be successfully back away from them next week. You're gonna disengage, like, but why are you unable to walk away? Don't know why I feel like need to. Yeah, you already get over them, but you feel like you cannot walk away from this person fully for whatever reason. You still feel like something going to play out in the future. I'm not sure why, but that's what's coming up. But next week we'll be like fully able to walk away. Like you finally accept that some of you doesn't have feelings toward them anymore. Libra. Okay, Libra. What's coming up to Libra life next week? What's coming up into Libra life next next week. Ending. What the hell is talking about? That would be ending with your friendship or family situation. Okay, very odd scenario. I feel like some of your friend is kind of like jealous with your success, so you're gonna end things with them, or your family member that jealous with your success. So next week you're gonna like cut them off from your life. So basically they're not giving you any positive energy, so you're gonna cut them off. That's an odd one. Some of you stress out, feel burdened by your work, but you take the adult step toward it. You're still doing it. Yeah, you're still doing it. Good for you. You're taking that decision is actually very good. Delay on your travel. One more. Yeah, delay on your travel, because this talking for also a side story for the one that has generally a lot of you guys will have delay on your travel or postponing it. For a small portion of you delay it because of your child situation, like you cannot leave them alone kind of things. Last message. You're not being very positive about your love life next week. This talk, I feel like you keep meeting up with the person that where you cannot connect with them, so you kind of like don't have a positive mindset, or you kind of like in the hopeless energy about your love life next week. Any advice you can give them, Keeper? Spend time more with your family. Spend time more with your family and your work at this moment. For the one that feeling like they cannot meet the right person, or you always feel like whenever you meet with this person you cannot click, or you cannot, the feeling is like not there. Spend time more with your family at this moment and focus on your overcoming your financial issues. Okay, Theo, what's coming up into Libra life next week? What's coming into Libra life next week? What's coming into Libra life next week? What's coming into Libra life next week? You're gonna stay back home a lot next week. You're stressed about something. You want to cut someone or a situation. Okay, first message, you're gonna stay back home a lot. Basically, I'm seeing you stress about whether you want to cut a certain situation or a person. Wow, yes. I asked what's this situation, clarify with the King of Swords reverse. So basically it's a person, I feel. So you're gonna cut someone that actually King of Swords reverse or Queen of Swords reverse, basically talking about narcissist, kind of like narcissist behavior. So you stress about whether you should cut this person for your life. So only take this message if you know that you have kind of like narcissist in your life. You are obsessed. Not sure whether this clarifying that person or we're gonna meet someone new, but they're also toxic. They come up with a devil, Knight of Wands, so it's a bit playerish vibe. Wow, your message is a bit all over the place. Yeah, you're gonna like think it like, okay, I'm just gonna give it like two stories. So it can be talking about this person that you want to cut. They maybe have a tendency or have a toxic trait like playerish. So you're kind of like really stressed about it. You're gonna thinking about it, whether what you need to do with this person, whether you cut them or you're gonna have a straight honest conversation with them. That's the first one. Second message, some of you may meet this new person with this toxic trait, playerish trait. So you're kind of like thinking, should I just speak with full clarity with this person, what I want and what I don't like? So something is like around that next week. Wow, your message is like a puzzle. Yeah, I'm seeing next week also you're gonna close off from people, stay home, you're gonna focus on your work. 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. That's very strong though. So for the one that doesn't have this past person kind of storyline, but at least what you can take from this reading for your part, right? Next week you're gonna stay home back a lot, close off like connecting with people emotionally and focus more on your work. So yeah, nothing too crazy, but yeah. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio, what's coming into Scorpio life next week? What's coming into your life, Scorpio, that you need to know next week? What's the context of this? If you know this person that acting up childish in your life, they appear as someone that's supposed to be quite mature, but they act like the shoe size. You're kind of like giving up on them, and you're also not thinking of healing that connection. So basically you're already thinking as a lost cause. You're not gonna focus your energy more toward this person. Next week you have some sort of quarrel around your family situation. Not sure what kind of quarrel is that. Like your family being not supportive on what you want to do or what's your decision are. So around that. Okay, for the one that actually this talking for a Scorpio that has been wanting to have a child into their life and still not successful until now, right? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I cannot figure out the time frame, but it's going to happen. Let me clarify. It's going to happen after you fix your finance. Yeah, for the one that wanting a child, whether it's adoption or natural, right? If until now you're still facing a failure, it tells me that it is going to happen, but first you need to focus on your finance first. So don't feel like hopeless that it's not going to happen. It's going to happen because the outcome is an official person. So I feel like it's going to happen for you guys. It's just like being delayed to whatever reason, and the reason itself is the finance. Okay, Table, what's coming into Scorpio life next week? What's coming into their life next week? Sign of Scorpio. Working hard. Love that message. Working hard and not giving up. Oof. Why is this here as a significant? Yeah, you're gonna still work, focus on your energy more into your work, even though you feel like this work been dragging on. You're just gonna stick on it, not giving up. Good. I applaud for that effort. Next message. But you're doing the right thing though. The next message is King of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. So you're gonna achieve your stability. I feel like this is talking about financial stability. You're gonna achieve it. You're on the path of it. So yeah, keep doing that. Okay, next message. For the one that dealing with someone, before I clarify first. Yeah, someone that you thought that this is your soulmate, but you kind of like confused, like you kind of like, why this, you feel disconnected recently, or you feel like the feeling doesn't intensify, but you get a lot of good memories with this person. Basically, it's a good person, but it's just that your feeling is kind of like, you don't find a spark. I feel like you're not gonna give a second chance on the romantic aspect of it. More of like you're gonna stay connected, but in the friendship level, because you feel like this person is a good person. It's a good person. So if you're dealing with a lousy person, this is not your story. It's a good person. So you feel like you can just stay friend with them, but you're not gonna give a second chance on the romantic. I feel like you tried in the past, but it fails. So this time you kind of like, I'm not gonna try this again. Also, I feel like some of you guys already feel like this is not my person because my feeling doesn't intensify. I don't know why I feel like I need to say that. Next message. Close off emotionally, walking away emotionally. I'm gonna be talking with someone. No commitment yet. You're gonna be talking with someone new, but no commitment yet. They come up as a Knight of Wands upright. Can be appear as a bit playerish, but Knight of Wands upright kinda still okay, but no commitment yet. Hierophant reverse, or they may show a tendency of being uncommitted, like they're keeping their option open. So what's your advice on this situation? Don't stress about it. Don't stress about it, and I feel like this person just temporary that you're going to talk is just temporary, because your advice, another advice is this. So take it as a, I don't know, just a way to have fun, but don't invest too much emotionally on this new person. Your money is doing great though. In the future, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Stick on it, even though you feel kind of like want to give up. Just stick on it. Okay, Sagittarius, last sign. Sagittarius, what's coming up into your life next week? What's coming up into your life next week? What's coming into your life next week, Sagittarius? Oof. You also got the money card reverse, so careful about your spending. For the one that's stressed out about being chosen, whether it's a work or romantic, I feel like no point in stressing out. Just let it flow naturally. So that's probably hinting that the decision won't be made. Yeah, something like that. They won't make a decision next week. So don't be stressed out about it. Just let it flow naturally. Be careful about your spending next week. You do get some extra money coming into your life, but you're just gonna spend it. So spending more than what you make. So yeah, be careful around that. Are you gonna receive a message from your friend or family? A good message, like they're checking on you. A supportive message. Some of you also will be reconnecting back with friends, and they're very supportive one. So either your friend or your family member that's very supportive, you're gonna like messaging them back, or they're going to message you. Last message. You're gonna stress out. Everyone got this stress out cup. I'm not sure why. You're gonna stress out when this older person, they come up as a mature woman, they text you about some concern, so you're gonna stress about that message. Not sure what's the context. What's the context of that message? So, health situation. So okay, it's talking about someone health situation. So I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but this person appears as someone that is more mature than you. They're gonna message you some sort of concern around the health. It can be your health, it can be their health, or it can be an external health like your other family members. Then I'm seeing you're gonna be stressed about it. Yeah. Not the greatest message, but yeah, hanging there. Okay, next week, what's coming up for you, Sagittarius? Next week, what's coming towards you, Sagittarius? What's coming towards you, Sagittarius, next week? Okay, what's coming into Sagittarius life? What is this here? What is this talking about? Clarify for me. It's not giving me a full picture. Okay, about a connection. Lovers reverse. So for the one that's been dealing with this person, again the Queen of Wands keep coming in reverse for a couple of signs, and the lovers also keep coming in reverse for a couple of signs. So this connection where you already feel like you're not connected with them anymore, and this situation with this person, this connection with this person also always goes in circle. I'm seeing that you're still clinging into that connection, but for some reason you find your own happiness within yourself, so you kind of like don't expect this person anymore, but you still have some clinging towards that person. Not sure why though. Why? Okay, deep back in your mind, you're still confident that this can be successful. Magician, 6 of Wands. I ask why. You feel like you can still manifest this person into your life, but I'm not sure why you want, because it comes out as a Lovers reverse. Basically talking about someone you already fell out, or you don't feel connected that as much as in the past. Not sure why. Okay, next message. Even though your work situation you feel one-sided, right, that actually bringing you the money, King of Pentacles. Like you're putting a lot of work effort, but you feel like you're not being paid fairly, or you're taking more job, more workload than your colleague, but they get paid the same as you. So you feel like keep doing it, don't give up, because that's what bringing you into the King of Pentacles energy. I'm also seeing you're not going to give up. 10 of Wands reverse. So basically still you gotta, even though you're dragging your feet, you're still gonna continue on it. You're gonna cut. You also got, for the one that dealing with a player, you're gonna cut them off also. How many of you guys dealing with the player? Couple of signs already got this message. You're gonna cut them off. Also, I'm seeing next week I almost say next month. So probably next week till next month, you're gonna be going out more, enjoying your own company and with your friends. So you're gonna go out more. Last message. Okay, you're gonna be speaking with someone new, Page of Cup. They come out as a Page of Cup, but you're still a bit. I see you're fearful on like pursuing them. You are fearful of pursuing them, but I think you're still gonna stick on it. Like you still entertain them for the time being. Yeah, so that's all. You got a mixed message, but yeah, that's what's come up from the table part. So yeah. That's all for all the sign. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you can prepare yourself for next week. If it does help, please do share, like, and subscribe. And I thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye y'all.